Yep. Ven being the Vegas homie, holding it down for the soldiers out here in Vegas, as well as with Zelda.
Yeah, I always say when you think Smash, you think Vegas. Ven has got to be synonymous with that for sure. Somebody who really is just like such a difficult opponent for anybody, especially if you do lack some of that Zelda knowledge. We'll see if he can put Louie to the test right now. Louie Money versus Ven. Battle of the Divas here, Vicky.
Also just got word that Krieg beat Jackal, by the way. So that also is just happening right now.
Krieg.
So shout out to chat. I love you guys for giving us updates. Definitely keep them coming here when we get to cast Louie Money and Ven already coming off the gates.
That's a big win. I mean, Jackal, somebody a lot of people thought, you know, almost a shoo-in to get that one of those top 8 spots. So kudos to Krieg holding it down. Let's see which one of these guys can take another step closer to top 8. Louie and Ven pretty even thus far. Obviously, Louie, though, I'm enjoying some of those benefits of Palu. Those strong aerials helping out a lot. Clean back air. Auto reticle on time. Let's see what the edge guard's looking like. Oh, yeah. You got to watch that. Yeah, Zelda's recovery definitely gives us some room to work with sometimes.
Oh, yeah. And the option coverage, too, that Ven uses with the Knight as well. You saw Louie, he was like, I'm out of there.
Yep.
He used that upbeat just to reposition. Now he continuously pressures out Ven. Oh, catches him with the explosive flame. Amazing timing there.
Yeah, 100%. Louie on the money. No pun intended. Only 38% taken. And he has got a strong lead over Ven. Trying to contest right now. Loves to go for those up tilts. Louie, though, not giving it up for free.
Yeah, both these players have played against each other online a lot, actually, which, you know, for a few online qualifiers that we've had with previous tournaments. And it's also gone down to the wire there, too. So both these players now having the opportunity to showcase that. Here's Louie Money, continuously keeps up the pressure by the ledge. Where are you going to go?
Oh, okay, Louie doing a lot right there, but still has a very strong lead over Ven. Actually, not too far off from lapping Ven. Should another strong hit come, and there it is right on time. That back air again from Palu. So powerful.
Oh, gets that back air. You've been jamming it today. I see you eat.
You know what it is, man.
Oh, the footstool. Louie wanted to go for a back air attempt right there, too, but Ven ended up on top of him, got the footstool.
Yep.
Still stuck by the ledge every single time. Louie's so good at pressuring Ven, making it so difficult for him to even find his way back.
He really is. All right, such a struggle for Ven. And you know, this is one of the, oh, nice. I like that timing, too, just anticipating that spot dodge was going to come and punish accordingly. We've seen Louie just gain so much, or get so much mileage out of that back air throughout the entirety of this game, but finally, Ven able to at least shave off that first stock, but still a lot of work to do.
Here we go. The Nairs. Parry, you're not going to be able to get anything done after that. Last hit of that, Nair was able to connect.
It's like you parry that. It's just like if you don't parry the last hit, it just doesn't matter, right? Because it just keeps spinning.
Oh, okay. Just got update 2. Frog just beat Goblin 3-2 as well.
Oh, dang, man.
So crazy here. So much going down as Louie ends up beating Ven in that game 1, but this is where things get heated up here. This is literally my favorite part of the tournament.
What stats are those?
I follow Echo Stats for some of those updates.
I didn't see PG on that, so I was like,
that don't exist.
Too soon? I'm sorry. All right, Louie takes
Never too soon.
Louie taking game number 1 pretty convincingly there, too, so we'll see. I mean, for Ven, we already know, like a Zelda specialist, you're not going to see Ven really switching characters here, so really just, you know, maybe stage dependent and switch up the tactics a little bit. One thing Louie did a phenomenal job of is not letting Ven get any of those setups he likes to get off of up tilt. So, Louie obviously pretty familiar in how to approach this matchup, doing a good job in game 1.
Yeah, and also the stage control, too, that we saw from Louie from the very beginning made it really difficult for Ven to deal with a few times, even trying to mix things up on the platform. I was sitting in the crowd earlier just watching the tournament go down. Also really cool to see the different cosplayers that are walking around checking out the tournament for their first time.
Oh, 100%, bro. Like, you know, I always say, like, this is such a good con for people of all ages, and like there's just so much to do. I mean, we went and we tried to find some merch, and
oh, yeah.
I don't even think we got through 1/4 of it. That's how big this convention hall is and how much it's littered with merchandise you can get, and of course our bracket littered with talent. And you're seeing 2 talented individuals right now. Game number 2. Saw Louie take that first one pretty handily, so it's gonna be a bounce back for Ven, trying to get things started.
Oh, already the Nair train coming through into the up air. All that damage, 41%. Ven did reciprocate though at the very beginning. And he did have that slight stage control there.
100%, yeah. Oh, that.
Oh. Hitbox hitting in front of her looks so tricky, too.
Right? That was actually really clean. Okay. This Switch to Hollow Bastion for the stage. And off for Ven thus far. Louie, though, climbing back in it.
Oh,
wow.
That was
Louie,
nice.
Okay.
It didn't kill, but it was the fact that he was trying to shark him, because that's going to be a tool he's going to use in the future for conditioning. That's going to be really important to note, because you're going to be scared of up air instead in that situation.
And that was tremendous. Look at that. Just the pressure is getting these free grabs right now. Is Louie content to let Ven just get back to the ledge? Oh, dash attack. Yeah, that's going to do it for sure. She be hitting like a linebacker out there, man. Come on now.
I saw that shield.
I tell you, man, maybe if the Eagles had her, they would have won a ring. Anyway. She's getting on my. All right, Jack.
Oh, no.
All right, Jack, here we go. Looking pretty crispy right now. Louie's so good with these empty hops, man.
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, it could cost him, too, with just the way that Ven has been able to punish jumps really consistently, especially with the Knight. But he's been doing a really good job at using it to his advantage to actually mix things up with the grab.
That's facts. Oh, wow, just narrowing through, like, he's not even respecting the Phantom, but you better put some respect on that boy. Came through with the big chomp.
Where we're going to go. Back air coming through. This time around, it wasn't just the empty hops. He wasn't trying to go for a mix-up on the grab. Instead, he let that shield unleash.
Yeah, Louie really good at just, I think you said it, just kind of conditioning his opponents so that when he decides to kind of switch up the option, it's just, you don't see it coming. My goodness. The pressure unrelenting from Louie Money at the moment.
More defensive play from Ven by the ledge right there, too, and his approach to come right back. Gets a dash tag going, scoops up Louie.
Oof. All right, back throw. Not quite enough. 153. This Zelda with some damage on her, but still trucking.
Definitely on the heels right there, shutting that attempt down and trying to catch the landing.
Yeah, I see what he was going for. He's just trying to force a defensive option out of Louie, but, he had the runway, and he took full advantage of it. Appreciate updates coming in from the chat again.
Oh, the double parry to the up B. Oh, that looks nice. That looked nice. Oh, man.
Okay, Ven. He said, remind him who I is real quick.
Let him cook. Let him cook. He's in the kitchen.
I'm saying, Ven moving a little different right there. Definitely picking up some momentum. See if Louie can kind of put it in check. But, man, that was a great sequence from Ven. Anybody's game right here in our second match of this set.
Oh, wow. The way he completely negated not just the explosive flame, but the auto reticle to close in the gap. That looked fantastic there. Louie trying to get a little creative now with his approach to Ven. Comes in with the nair right out of the platform.
Oh, nice. All right. Oh, Ven, no shot.
Oh. What? That was beautiful. What a beautiful confirm right there from Ven. That was a checkmate from him.
Yeah, Ven is very, very sneaky. See Louie just kind of like a little smile on his face, but shaking his head all the same, like, let that one get away from me. And we got ourselves a set. Opening this block up the right way, Vicky. Love to see it.
Beautiful. And this is what I was expecting. I honestly would not be surprised if this goes to the very last game, last hit situation between both these players, especially with the adaptation that we have from both of them, too. We saw already the conditioning attempts from Louie. Ven, though, has been able to actually figure out a way to not only close in the gap, but to enable the Knight to be able to actually hit Louie in case he jumps around it.
Yeah.
Last few sequences that we saw from Ven were fantastic.
And that's one thing, too, about Ven. Like, when you are a Zelda, right, you understand you have some limitations, but adaptation is just key for this character. And I thought some of those sequences that we saw develop really helped Ven out a lot, especially considering Louie had such a, had a pretty powerful lead. Oh, all right. Right off the gate, jumps into yet another lead, 44% put on unanswered. Make it 54.
And Ven was expecting a lot right there, too. You saw him go for the neutral B in case the explosive flame came out at one point there, too, and then he was forced to recover below the ledge. Louie looked upset.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, that was that'd be a little scary right there. And that's what Zelda can do, right? Just try and put the fear in you. Always putting out that Knight. That's some good coverage. Louie, though, not falling for it this time. Good spacing on the back air attempt.
Yeah, Louie's been recovering up high to avoid the Knight just going right behind him instead, and I'm a little worried because Ven has been catching on here too, spacing himself a little further before the Knight comes out, just in case to catch Louie.
Oh, I like that attempt. Ben had the read, just hesitated slightly. What you want to do here?
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Yeah.
Oh, looked like he was trying to either go. Well, he put himself in that situation, and now he's off stage here. Goes for the high recovery. Beautiful, super quick. Ven was not ready for that.
Man, this is, like I said, man, this is a battle we are getting at the moment. Ven just barely holding on to this first stock. Ooh, and Louie in danger. Yes, sir, getting baited. Put that reel out there and called himself a goddess.
Oof, and that's exactly what he's looking like right here, too. 165, negates the explosive flame. Hitbox with the neutral B. Neutral get up into spot dodge. Wow, and because he's at a perfect percent, obviously, for the back throw to kill.
That is tough, not able to connect. Man, really just creating a whole lot of openings, and just like that, you know, again, that game 1 going so far in Louie's favor, but games 2 let it get away from him. Now game 3, he is getting massacred, Vicky.
Wow, just the way that this has spiraled. When we saw them going back and forth for that first stock with that they started off with now, Ven's playing amazingly. His space currently is amazing too.
Yeah. Louie yet to find any answers to this Zelda menace. Look at that, the speed, the movement, taking his time, baiting these moves out of Louie, who again, Vicky, cannot find this closing blow on this stock that seems to last forever. Maybe finally we can get rid of it. Yes, the up throw will be enough, but still so much work to do at the moment.
Eat them to the heavens. I mean, at this point, too, you're on your last stock, 57%, and Ven is playing amazingly. Try to call out an early jump with that up air. A Twinkle Toes coming in, too, from Ven, putting in a good amount of shield pressure. Just waiting. Look at the way that Ven is playing. He's got the lead. Why approach at this point?
Yeah, that's facts. In a really strong spot at the moment. Oh, wow, that's going to do it. See you later.
Chasing for that one there, too. Love it. Love to see it from Ven. Winning game number 3.
All right.
And let's not forget, Louie did win that first game originally. Gotcha. Yeah. Hey, real quick, doing something. But yeah, Louie did win that first game originally. Ven came through. He's playing amazingly. Off of that conversion that won him game number 2. After that, he's been spiraling. Hey, all right.
I think we got my mic fixed. All right, we back. Game number 4. About to be crazy right now. I mean, a must win for Louie. Ven has just been so surgical.
What we've also seen the difference is Louie playing with confidence in that first game to things did spiral a bit. After the first few interactions in that game 3, you saw that Louie was playing differently, but after that, Ven was oppressing him. He was constantly in his face. He was doing a really good job at negating all the tools that this matchup should be difficult for Zelda, but on paper, Ven is just playing this really, really well.
Absolutely.
Especially with those neutral Bs too, so that way the explosive flame isn't as much of a problem when you come to mixing up your recovery. And
you know, one thing that's cool about Ven too, Ven can win just off the mental too, right? Like you got, you know, this quote-unquote low-tier character coming in here. Louie expected to just win this with no problem, but now down 2-1. Like, that's just psychologically gotta be great for Ven. But Louie though responding very strongly at the moment. Seen leads like this before, and Louie doing a good job. That's going to put that stock away.
Yeah, we saw him go for that in the last game too, but Ven did not fall for it that time around. He just had his mind on other things after that game.
All right. Let's see what we got right now. Louie putting some space between the two. He's got a strong lead. You don't want to give it up for free. Landing with that nair, going to keep it going. The nair plane. Where we going?
Oh, okay. We're just landing for a little bit just before.
Yeah, man, Louie just keeping the space between them.
Yeah, the respect that we're seeing right now. Louie says, chase after me. Oh, my goodness. Went up top of the platform, drops down just to go for that quick grab.
Yeah, Louie said, I am determined to keep this lead. I got no reason to rush you down. You can come to me. A lot of counter hits. A little bit of camping as well. Just throw it out there. It is what it is. This stage does help Louie a lot with the mobility for sure. Oh, nice catch. Yeah.
He likes to use that move to catch on the ground.
Oh, no.
Hold on, that was sneaky, sneaky. We've seen it done it before, but
times.
oh, I did not see her hand escape right underneath the ledge of the stage like that. Okay, we're just staring at each other now.
I was gonna say right, like a little game of chicken developing, but I mean, Louie just such a powerful lead, and Ven, you're really seeing some of the limitations of Zelda here, Vicky, where Ven is just in a situation where he's forced to do all the approaching and just, honestly, I can't get anything started.
Yeah, this is completely. Louie said, "Don't worry, I'm just gonna play my game." But like you said, having this stage, you could see how Louie is taking advantage of the space that he's got to work with, the platforms as well. The fastball through the platform to get a little tricky grab whenever Ven is at kill percent for the back throw. He wanted to, it looked like he was going to go for it right there again, too.
He was definitely thinking about it. I think Louie's just thinking, all right, let's go ahead and take this to game number 5, because ain't no way I'm letting you come back on me this time. Lead too powerful and only continues to develop. Finally, though, the recovery going to be enough to take off the stock. You got a long way to go to bring this back, man.
He's dancing too hard. Ven told him to sit down real quick. He has to. I mean, 96% now. Well, to have an even game. This is what I was expecting here from both these players. Just the explosive momentum that both of them could have. Oh, scoops him up with the up tilt. And warping, using that platform canceling. Down throw into the back air currently. Louie played that amazing at the very end, too.
That's facts. That was clean.
Yeah. How did we see the back and forth so hard?
I mean...
wait, what's going on?
They keep spamming that stupid meme. He's muted. Shut up, Jim. They keep asking me for a sound check. It's pissing me off. Jeepers. Please.
Oh, my gosh. I think you are muted. I don't think I could hear you.
Shut the hell up, Nikki. Make it stop. You don't know what it's like to hear gameplay, a co-commentator, and production all at the same time. Please stop.
Sorry,
the
guys.
meme.
I just gotta solo commentate real quick.
I'll never understand. It's game 5, folks. Louie and Ven. Who's moving on? Again, top 64 has been absolutely lit. We appreciate it.
All right, guys. Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for tuning into Level Up Expo Top 64 Best of 5 territory. We are on the final game between Louie and Ven.
Yeah. It's for all the marbles right here. It's been such a good little back and forth, too, that we've gotten to enjoy. You know, Louie seemed like he was on his way to maybe let's taking his 3-1 at worst, but Ven just battling back. That 4th game, though, an absolute clinic from Louie. Just decided to just slow everything down and, again, exploit some of those limited resources that Zelda has when trying to approach.
And we saw it a bunch of times, too, with Ven in his neutral B. Every time the explosive flame comes out whenever he's in disadvantage off stage. But Louie has adapted, too. Even though we saw it right there was a few times in the last game where he wasn't heavily relying on it. It was more so adding in the extra pressure with the platforms to actually take control over the stage.
Oh, good catch on the up tilt. That'll do. Let's see. Nice. Able to fade the Knight, but Ven starting to get some big hits off the up tilt.
Oh, and you know, Nair, too, covering so much space on the platform could also be an issue.
Yeah. What we doing? Nice. Good catch. A little bit of a whiff there, though. Oh, my goodness. Ven really scrapping back. And now, oh, wow, Louie, that was almost terrifying. And just staying in that shield, holding on for dear life, and just picking an aggressive Nair to land back. But let's go. Ven finding some resources.
And actually getting pretty aggressive to force his way back to the stage 2. The chase out down from Ven to get that first stock.
Oh, dag.
Oh, okay.
That Chicken George walking in front of me here.
Yo, you be brought alone.
Take it easy, man. We're live. Take it easy. Take it easy. We got a good match here, man.
Oh, the Nair sneaking through. Ven was holding shield, but it looked like he dropped it just a little early. Could have shield poked, too, because it was low, too.
Yeah, I mean, this is just so insane to me. I mean, Louie just seemingly having it all well in hand, but Just a few miscues opening the door for Ven, who is not allowing it to be shut at all. Nice. And really just seeing the Knight play such a crucial role, those dash attacks as well. Up tilt, no chance that time, and Louie finally going to be able to land that closing blow.
84%.
Trailing. Definitely trailing.
Oh, that's scoop up though. No follow-up opportunity right there. You see the empty hops from Louie. Goes in for these nair strings, gets the reset on the platform.
Okay. Good block, nice. All right, some good catches here from Louie. Definitely making up this percentage right now.
Oh. Holding on to that shield, says you won't be able to get to me here.
Yeah, interesting. Louie too just electing to just disengage out of that situation. Not trying to do the close quarters battle with Zelda on that one.
The auto reticle approach to actually negate the Knight too is going to be interesting, but it's very easily punished if he doesn't time it well.
Correct.
Oh my gosh, the run up and shield, the respect from both of these players. The stare down in that last game, and now we see it currently displayed too between both Ven and Louie. The way that they're just playing around each other's space.
Yeah, it just feels like there's just so much fear on both sides. Obviously, Ven, such a strong lead, not trying to let it get away, and Louie understanding just one solid hit away from being on my last stock, and there it is, courtesy of the dash attack. And it is definitely looking a little scary for Louie. In danger of letting this game 5 get away from him. Ven has just played so incredibly solid, Vicky.
I love it, and I'm hearing pop-offs in the crowd there too. Things are going crazy right now in this top 64.
It's one more, Chad. Who you got? Does Louie make the comeback, or is it Ven's time to shine? I need to know.
See how Louie's going to take advantage of these platforms too. Want to see more utilization. We've saw the reset a few times with the nair, but we saw a lot more usage. He gets the grab, gets the back throw, doesn't have the rage, and the percent not right there to take out Ven. The yelling.
I know, I hear it. They are so firmly behind Ven, but Louie looking to shut the crowd down. Game 5, last stock. Two absolute warriors duking it out.
Oh, this is crazy.
Princess versus Goddess. They've told stories about this. I didn't read them, but they told them.
It's the legends in the Knight.
What I'm talking about.
He's the Guardian. So the bouncer helping out Zelda.
You got to wonder, man, who guards the Guardian? Because Louie is definitely saying, you know what, you are no factor right now. You are no factor right now.
Oh, gets scooped up by the up tilt into the up air. Oh, he whiffs out the grab. He gets punished for it, but he gets it anyways once Ven tries to actually push in.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that could have been huge. And I like the idea of Ven having...
Oh, get down. Oh, he went for it. The back air. Now he's off stage. Just waiting patiently by the ledge, but roll distance. You see Louie throwing out those back airs, and he chases him. He snipes him with it. Goes all the way down below to take care of Ven in that final Game 5 last hit situation.
Ven gave up a lot of control when he went for that up B.
Yeah.
That up B seemingly just allowed Louie to just reset and get control of the game and did not let go. Great effort from Ven, but Louie in the clutch. Hard to bet against him.
Oh, man, of all mistakes, though, and all times to make a mistake, I mean, those are the moments where you see them more often, honestly, because those are the times where you're nervous, the crowd is going crazy.
They were going nuts,
And,
bro.
I mean, this is Ven's region out here, so
100%.
they're rallying up behind him. That's why we hyped him up the way that we did. What we saw was